Hi, I'm Campbell, and this is my partner in adventure, Gemma. Oh, and that's Ellie, our motorhome. We bought her back in June 2021 and have been exploring the beauty of our home country of Scotland ever since. You join us as we set off on a road trip around a 516-mile stretch of unbelievable beauty known throughout the world as the North Coast 500. Over the next 2 months, we will be exploring this route in a way that you have never seen before, uncovering its best kept secrets and exploring it in a way that only slow travel allows. Come along on our adventure with us and get ready to see a side of the North Coast 500 route that will blow your mind.
This week's episode finds us waking up at one of the most scenic Parkups yet, setting off to explore the best beaches that the North Coast 500 has to offer.
Getting down and dirty in the fascinating Smoo Cave and tasting one of the best hot chocolates of our lives. Scotland's landscape and culture starts to hit home at just how incredible the Bonny Highlands of Scotland really are.
Enjoy the next 17 minutes as we show you our alternative side to the North Coast 500.
That is beautiful. Good morning, guys. We had a pretty adventurous night last night. We actually decided to push on away from Tongue if we can, because we're expecting it to be a good sunrise this morning. So when we arrived at this Parkup last night, it was pitch black. The wind was blowing an absolute hoolie. I had to take the bike covers off and put them inside just to stop them from flapping. And this is the first time I've actually seen the view, which is, I guess, one of the more magical parts of like driving a camper van and just parking up when it's dark, is that you don't actually have a clue what your surroundings are like until the sunrise the next morning. This is what we're being treated to. This is what I like. Not the rain, not the wind. This just makes it all worthwhile. Oh my god, what happened in here? So I just sleep last night?
Awful. God, let me speak. Honestly, like, I was driving along here at like quite late, 9 o'clock, and we parked up and we're like, right, this is nice, let's get all settled in. And then all of a sudden, just as we lay down, the wind kind of like blowing out of nowhere. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I could almost do with it raining today so that I could like go for a little
I'm
nap.
sure you'll get your wish, don't worry. Coffee's ready, windows de-steamed. Let's get the show on the road.
As the sun began to rise, turning the mountains a beautiful shade of pink, we made our way west along the northernmost coast of Scotland, stopping off to admire the stunning beaches along the way, like the golden Sango sands and the sheltered Ceannabeine beach. An absolutely beautiful spot, perfect for surfing, swimming and a very unique activity on the North Coast 500.
So something tells me I don't think the zipline is going to be going on today.
It is so windy. Like, honestly, I just can't remember what it was like without wind. But yeah, they don't run in like bad conditions, so.
I mean, I can understand why. It's basically like a 60-foot drop down onto Ceannabeine beach if anything does go wrong. Honestly though, can you just imagine actually going on that zipline across golden sands with some proper blue ass water? Breathtaking spot on the North Coast 500, absolutely stunning. We've got Bonnie Prince Charles on the run from the law. Look at like old lady Spence there.
It's freezing! I'm cold and I haven't put my hat on.
An old crone on the beach. That's beautiful. So white and not any more sheltered down here.
Yeah. Freezing. That wind, it is actually like winter. Oh, I was so keen last night. I was like, let's go in for a swim at Ceannabeine.
See, when the sun comes out and it starts popping, I keep saying it, but this is just like the most beautiful place in the world. I cannot believe how nice it is. However, coming to this part of it, I can actually start to see where people are talking about it just being overcrowded, and like the number of motorhomes and cars and everything along this road are absolutely insane. We were just driving along a bit earlier on actually, and like literally you couldn't drive because it was just so busy. Maybe we could just park in here. There's no overnight parking. There's say no parking. Why do I feel so out of place here? Just hide in the corner, do you think? Oh come on, the only car that was actually in the car park just left.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I don't think she stands out too much. It's really quite sweet, don't you think? Not too bad.
It doesn't even look like there's been any changes made here at all. It literally looks exactly the same as when we first came here. And it's funny because we came here, we've been trying to look to find out a little bit more about the tours, because the last time we did a tour that sort of takes you on a boat through the cave, but there's like no information on it around. Like there was a sign for a burger van, but that's it. There's no sign about tours or anything, so we'll see.
From what I do remember of this site though, it is definitely one of the most interesting parts of North Coast 500, just the history that actually the cave has to tell, because it dates all the way back to when Vikings first landed in Scotland. They actually used to use Smoo Cave as a kind of harbour area to store their boats, and they're doing different kind of excavations in and around the cave. And I remember last time we were here, they were just starting to excavate another part of the cave where they found like more longboats and more evidence of Vikings actually having lived in there. It is actually huge, so much bigger than I remember it being last time, and hopefully because there's been a good amount of rain over the past few days, the rain or the waterfall that's actually inside the cave should be pretty impressive. You can only hope it's not so impressive that they're not actually doing tours, because remember they said that when heavy rainfall they literally can't get the boat past the waterfall. What's it saying?
Yeah, no tour today. Strong southwest winds and recent heavy showers has made it unsafe to enter the third chamber. Oh, this just seems a bit of a fail now. Not being able to do anything we wanted to today, but
I know, it is such a shame. I feel like everything is just failing today, but it's just the kind of weather that we're experiencing on the North Coast 500 at the moment. We're just not lucking out,
I know,
unfortunately.
It's a shame because you either come in peak season where the weather's kind of a bit more guaranteed, but you're like stuck behind queues of
50
traffic
motorhomes in a...
and it's so busy, or you come out of season and the weather's a little bit more temperamental and you can't do anything. I guess one of the real positives of coming on a day where the weather's not suitable for a tour is that you get to see like the insane force and power of the waterfall. Like, breathtaking, very impressive.
Well, I think half of it's ended up in your fringe though, so I think we need to go and heat up a little bit.
I know how to do that.
Yeah, we've got one place in mind that might just do the trick for that. And Highlands to Hammock's back at it again with the trend setting. We are just the trendsetters for 2021 when it comes to North Coast 500. Honestly, we said that when we left there. I was like, we're the only ones here just now, but I bet you we're going to come back here and there's going to be at least one other motorhome.
All it takes is one person to do it and everyone will follow.
Just paving the way forward for mankind. Alright, so what are we thinking? I mean, last time you guys remember we did it in Durness. There's two cocoa mountains, one in Durness, one in Durness. In Durness, we treated ourselves, didn't we? We got a little chaser with one of the hot chocolates, which gives you 4 chocolates, like little pieces as well. So hopefully they do the same thing here. $6.95. Wow. Okay, so actually watching them make it this time, I didn't realise just how decadent it actually is. The guy showed us there's like a little kind of stirrer thing, which is basically melted chocolate with cocoa powder, milk and cream. Then they add it with more milk and then drizzle it with melted chocolate over the top of it. Like, that is just solid chocolate.
It's expensive, like this cost us $11.40. 2 drinks and 4 chocolates.
Extortionate. It's a nice little treat though. I'm very excited about this. This is exactly what I need right now. And how about that for a view with your hot chocolate?
Very content. And I can sit in here and be nice and warm.
I think again, we keep saying it, but the beaches around this part of Scotland are just blowing at our minds. We're sitting next to a place called Balnakeil Beach, which goes right up along the headland to a lighthouse way out in the distance. And the sand is just so golden white. Like the sun's proper reflecting off it just now. The water looks like it's the Mediterranean. Okay, taste test. So what are your thoughts?
So good.
As good as Durness. So it's actually, if you eat in and put it in a big cup, it will do it justice. But obviously because it's takeaway only, we're just giving it in wee takeaway cups and they put a lid on it, but they drizzle the chocolate over it.
I know, it's a shame because then it'll get stuck to the top. Oh good. That's why we have tongs.
Yep. I don't even need a dishwasher. This is what Gemma does at night.
Good?
That's so good. So good. So worth the £11.40 like once a month or once a year. Twice a year so far this year. But this is the last chance we're going to have because we're not going to be up this end again for a good while. We're making the most of it and I highly recommend it you guys too because it is, definitely a highlight of the trip, I think. Oh my lord, what have we got cooking up in here?
We've got sweet potato, lentil and onion and...
You just made it.
I know, yeah, sweet
from
potato.
Scratch, tikka masala. That is from the jar.
Yeah, got a jar.
cheating.
Cheated a little bit this time, but it smells amazing.
We're all about the easy meals these days. Honestly, I'm so gubbed. That was such a busy day. After spending like 3 or 4 days behind laptops trying to get this book ready to launch, a full day out exploring, shooting, and just having fun again has been exhausting. So this is going to go down a treat. I'm so excited for it. And tonight we're just in the mood to be proper zenned out. We've got this little gift that we got when we were living in Guernsey from Island Aura. I believe they're based in Alderney. Yeah. And yeah, we visited Alderney early last year, and this year?
Yeah.
What?
April.
Oh man! What a long year. We've done so much. It's basically these little melts. You just put in there and then light the candle. Light that, have dinner, and then I think just call it a good night because I'm absolutely shattered. Oh, and this is just starting to happen way too often. Second morning now, where we've woken up and forgotten to change it across to the auxiliary battery, and our engine battery's dead. Luckily, we realised that we can actually, in the last video if you watched it, when we were in Brora, we thought that this was a battery pack and you ran that from there into the engine battery and then charged up from there. It isn't, is it? What is it?
It's not. And after charging it for hours and hours and hours and realising that it still wasn't working, we realised that it's like you have to plug it in to work it.
There's no battery
There's no
pack in there.
Yeah, so
What we're going to do is plug this into the generator and then plug it into the battery, and hopefully that should give us enough charge just to get her going.
And this is one of those moments where it's like, I hate to say I told you so.
Gemma did say last night, oh, should we flick it across the auxiliary? And I was like, nah, we're just staying here one night, so it'll be fine on vehicle. I'm forgetting because it's winter, coming into winter now, so the sun is setting so much earlier and we're using so much more electricity on the lights that we just never used before, so hold my hands up. One of the good things about having a generator, you wouldn't be able to run this from a solar panel. Let's go. It's getting there. I reckon we just need to give it a bit of time, to be honest, because it's running charge into the battery now at least. It's just saying low battery on the thing, so I guess we need to maybe wait until that's up at like 80 or 90.
This is such a peaceful spot and we're just
I know!
ruining everything.
Oh god. Alright, so it does say on it that it can take a few hours, so I'm going to try it one more time, and then if it's not going to work then we just need to actually phone our insurance again for the second time in 2 weeks. Hopefully they've got short memories. The annoying thing is we've got 2 vans right here. Last time we didn't have any jump leads either, so we couldn't get someone to jump it, so if we just had jump leads, that would be good if we're in the middle of nowhere and we desperately need charge, but jump leads would just solve everything. But
all good in hindsight.
come on, baby! Yes! As we continued along the winding roads of the northern regions of this barren and beautiful land, in spite of the cancelled plans, temperamental weather and plummeting temperatures, Scotland continued to blow our minds and capture our hearts in a way that we never before thought possible. Why do I feel like this is such like a bucket list item? Like we've done this before already, lived in Scotland our whole life, but we're about to cross the Kylesku Bridge. Proper North Coast 500 bucket list.
Even though we've done it before.
I know! Oh, it's amazing.
It's just absolutely stunning.
The scenery is incredible. Wow.
So I've come a little bit inland to follow the road round the North Coast 500. You won't be able to miss the bridge, it's on the main route. And it's just so mountainous around here. It's honestly just out of this world.
Yeah, it's a region called Ascent, which I believe is like from kind of old Viking times, which translates roughly to like a rocky ridge or something I read. And you can really see why it got that name, because it's just, you come inland from the sea and all of a sudden it's just wall. It's just like a wall runs all the way straight down, and yeah, the views are just absolutely insane. We have been hit by non-stop rain showers today, which is really unfortunate. That's why it's like all of a sudden mist outside, we can't see a thing.
But we're coming into sun again.
Yeah, we're coming into sun, and it just all adds to the drama of the trip, I guess.
We have spent a long time away from the country we call home, time exploring other wild and wonderful parts of the world. However, after all this time spent gallivanting across the globe, it's only now that we have returned that we are coming to the very comforting realisation There is nowhere on earth quite like Bonnie Alba.
And so guys, we're just going to settle in for the night now because we're absolutely shattered. It's been a cracking day. Like, Scotland is just blowing our minds. We just cannot believe how beautiful it is. We've also got something very exciting coming in the next couple of days, but that's for next weekend's video. So if you've not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, join the Highlands Hammocks gang, and make sure you tune in next weekend to see where we go.
And of course guys, I know this video has had many beautiful places, but drop us a comment and let us know where your favourite was. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up, let us know that we're doing the right thing and you want to see more videos like this in the future.
But until next week guys, we'll see you again in the next one.
See ya!
I'm absolutely soaking just from that spray.
I've only just dried my hair this morning and you know, I wish I had time to get the footage of Campbell throwing my hairdryer in a puddle.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Basically, Gemma bought this cheap hairdryer. Well, it was my idea, I'm pretty sure. And then you plug it into a cigarette thing and it almost caught fire. So we need to get a new hairdryer.
I can smell burning, so I'll unplug the hairdryer and put it on the seat. But I didn't really connect the two.
Yeah, it was
And
almost
then
setting the seat on fire.
Campbell chucks it out onto the grass and I was like, don't start a grass fire. So then he runs and starts dunking it in a puddle, and honestly, if I had a chance to get it on camera, it would have been gold because everyone's faces round about him just like, what is he doing dunking a hairdryer in a puddle? So now I have no hairdryer, and
yeah, you're soaking.
now I have a bit of a soggy fringe again. Yay! And I changed my shoes because my other shoes had a lovely hole in the bottom, which is not good when you're going in a cave.
No.
Wet socks.
So they'll be going in the bin then, you said?
Yeah, I forgot they had a hole in them and went on the beach.
So you've got a hole in the bottom of them, they cut up the back of our feet and you just never wear them because they're white. So, top purchase.